Hi everyone. Today we're going to be making my own recipe of cranberry brie pull-apart bread. Alright, so originally I was going to make a recipe that I found that was cranberry brie pull-apart bread, and it used a Boule bread. Well, I went to look to buy one and there was none to be found. There was no round bread at all that wasn't already sliced. So then I remembered I had made a pull-apart herb bread one time, and so I'm going to kind of combine their ingredients and my ingredients and come up with something totally new. So what are the ingredients that I'm going to be using today? I have a 16-ounce wheel of brie cheese. I won't be using all of it. I am going to either try to shred it or crumble it. 1/3 to 1/2 cup butter melted, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, whole cranberry sauce, and I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to be using. It'll be anywhere from, this is a 14-ounce can. I'll probably be using either 1 or 1.5 cans of this. I'll let you know as I go along, because like I said, I've never made this before. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. And my recipe for the pull-apart bread called for Grand's biscuits, the 5 biscuit containers. I know before I'd always used the 8 ones and I had some left over, so this time I will try just the 5 biscuit Grand containers, and I have 2 of them. So let's begin. You take a bundt pan and either grease or spray it thoroughly and make sure you get in all of the crevices because you don't want it to stick. So make sure that you spray the stem as well as all this little indents. And it looks like my camera's going to start freezing up on me all day long today too. And what I like to do after I spray it is take a paper towel and then just smear it all over. That way I know I get it in the crevices. Preheat my oven to 350. Okay, so here's my 2 packs of Grand's biscuits. You want to take each biscuit and cut them into 4ths. And then I'll go ahead and continue on with that. 1/2 cup melted butter, 2 teaspoons of rosemary, 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme, and give it a mix. You want to take half of your biscuits, put them in the butter mix. And mix them all around. Make sure that they get all buttery. And go ahead and put your biscuits in your pan. And it looks like I may end up having to do more biscuits and maybe even some more of the butter mix, because you kind of want them up around the side as well. And this is not even going around the side. I know with my other pull-apart bread, I went clear up all the way around. Okay, so you want to go ahead and add a layer of the brie cheese. I could not shred it or crumble it. Never worked with brie cheese before, but I tried everything that they suggested to try to do that, and it wasn't working. So I'm just trying to stick them kind of in the crevices so they will melt in between and all the way around. And I don't even know if this recipe is going to work. I'm just kind of mumbling, muttering, bumbling through in hopes that it will work. And then I will go ahead and give you a full ingredient list when I get this all figured out, if it turns out, down in the description below. And then next we're going to take our whole cranberries and then put that kind of the same thing, kind of put them in between the crevices. And I put both cans in a bowl. I probably won't use them both, but I didn't know how much to try to use because I don't know what I'm doing here. So this will either turn out okay or it'll be one of the biggest fails I've ever had. And we'll go ahead and stick that on top of the cranberries. And then just go ahead and repeat with the cheese and the cranberries and the biscuits until you finish up the biscuits. So we'll go ahead, and the cheese is sticking to my cutting board there. And if anybody has an idea, a good way, I did not try the freezer method because I heard that takes out the moisture, but I did spray my grater and that didn't work very well. So I just cut them into pieces. Hopefully that will work pretty good. And then we'll put another round of cranberries on it. I think this might have worked a lot better using a regular loaf of Boule bread. And I do want to try it that way if I can ever find some. This worked a lot better in my head. That's for sure. Okay, so it looked like I probably used a can and a half of the cranberries, and they were 14-ounce cans. I used 8 ounces of the Brie cheese. I'm going to go ahead. I've got a few little ones that I tried to crumble, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on top of here. See, they didn't crumble or shred very good at all. And then we'll take the last of the biscuits, put them in the butter, and then put them on the pull-apart bread. All right, so it is fresh out of the oven. It baked for 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and let it cool for 5 before we get it out of the pan, and hopefully it'll come out of the pan in one piece. I see that some of course, the bread is a little bit wet from the cranberries, so if it's that way at the very bottom, you may not want to come out. But we'll go ahead and wait the 5 minutes to cool and then go from there. All right, so here is my version of the Cranberry Brie pull-apart bread. Now, it kind of fell apart as it came out of the pan. I don't know if it was too much butter, whether it was because the cranberries got liquidy. I'm not sure. And speaking of cranberries, I used canned cranberry sauce, but you could probably use homemade cranberry sauce as well. And hopefully I will be making a cranberry sauce in the next couple of days before Thanksgiving. So this would be a good Thanksgiving meal if you could tweak it good enough for it to come out of the pan, maybe use less cranberries. If you have any ideas, please leave comments down below. So I'll go ahead and do a taste test. I'm not sure if my husband is feeling well enough today to do it. If he won't, then I will.
So this is, This
is my version of a Cranberry Brie pull-apart bread.
Okay, never heard of that before. Needs to cook a little bit more in the middle. Oh, you know what? Is this cheese?
Yes, it's brie cheese. That's a really soft cheese.
Okay, that's what I was thinking was some of the bread dough that wasn't cooked. Okay, let me get a little bite of cranberry and another little piece of bread here. Well, that one's got some cheese on it. Okay, that makes more sense. Are these actual cranberries? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see some in there. Yeah.
It's canned whole cranberries.
Okay. Well, I know I don't like cranberry sauce, but this is good. It's a real interesting combination of flavors, but I like it.
Recipe deals for easy meals. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is Cooking with Sherry. Until we meet again.